Hey everyone, these car garages are more than just a place to park. They're the most expensive and spectacular car garages ever designed. Join me, I'm counting down 15 of the most incredible celebrity car garages. Number 15. Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld's car collection is one of the most famous car collections in the celebrity world, particularly because of its impressive range of Porsches. His passion for cars has been a lifelong affair, with Seinfeld collecting around 150 vehicles in total. Rather than just being a random assortment, though, it is something that's been carefully curated, focusing on the elegance, engineering, and artistry of the Porsche brand. One of the highlights of his collection is the Porsche 959, which is a rare and iconic car that helped define the future of high-performance vehicles. The 959 was originally developed in the 1980s, and it became known as one of the most advanced supercars of its time. His inclusion of this one shows his appreciation for Porsche's approach to performance and technology, and it also explains why he has a Porsche Carrera GT, which is one of the most exciting sports cars the brand's ever produced. There are several 911 variants from different generations, with everything from a classic air-cooled 911 to modern versions, showing in one room how the 911 has evolved over the decades. As well as those big hitters, Seinfeld also collects quirky and historically significant cars. He owns a Porsche 356, for example, which is a car that's deeply connected to Porsche's beginnings as a manufacturer. And also a Porsche 917, which was a legendary race car that dominated the Le Mans series in 1970s. To accommodate his collection, Jerry built a custom multi-level garage in Manhattan to store them all, but also to work on, maintain, and enjoy his vehicles. It is advanced and it features state-of-the-art climate control systems to ensure his cars are kept in pristine condition, as well as a lounge area where he can relax and enjoy his passion for cars. Number 14. Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is one of the most successful athletes of modern times, and not only did he rise above the rest in the boxing ring, he managed to earn a fortune while doing so. He's used this, in part, to build an incredible collection of cars, which he often shows on social media. His collection is estimated to be worth tens of millions of dollars, and it's made up of a range of hypercars, luxury sedans, and custom vehicles. He often buys multiple versions of ones that he really likes, with the only difference being the color. As an example of this, his fleet of Bugatti Veyrons, which are valued at several $1,000,000 each. Yeah, he clearly loves Bugatti. He's also got a Chiron, which is a successor to the Veyron, which further pushes the boundaries of automotive performance. The boxer also owns several luxury vehicles from Rolls-Royce, which are a staple in his collection, and Mayweather's known to have at least a half dozen Rolls-Royce cars, including the Phantom, Ghost, Wraith, and Cullinan SUV. He often describes these cars as symbols of his success, using them to highlight his personal achievements and the rewards of his hard work in the ring. Elsewhere in his collection is a Ferrari 488 GTB, a Ferrari LaFerrari, and a Lamborghini Aventador, all supercars that are known for their high performance and sleek designs. He's also added rare and exclusive cars like the Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita, a vehicle of which there are only 2 were ever made, showing his interest in rare models. Amazingly, he has an entire fleet of white cars and a corresponding fleet of black cars, depending on his mood and preference for the day. There's also a clear interest in American muscle cars, with a collection of souped-up Jeeps and classic models like the Dodge Challenger, showing a different side to his personality, and one that appreciates power and traditional American automotive engineering. Number 13. Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner is, of course, one of the most famous people in the world, and with a reported worth of more than $1 billion, she's begun to build a car collection that reflects her luxurious and flamboyant lifestyle. One of the standout features in her collection is her Ferrari LaFerrari. This is a hybrid supercar, and it's one of the rarest models made by Ferrari, with only 499 ever produced. Its hybrid V12 engine delivers amazing power, making it one of the fastest cars in her fleet. She owns several other high-performance cars, such as the Lamborghini Aventador, and hers is an orange one, and it's known for its powerful V12 and aggressive styling. It is a fitting choice alongside a Lamborghini Urus, which is an SUV that combines luxury with Lamborghini's signature performance. She's also got several Rolls-Royce models, such as a Rolls-Royce Ghost painted a custom baby blue, a Rolls-Royce Wraith, and a pink Rolls-Royce Cullinan. The Cullinan is Rolls-Royce's luxury SUV, and Kylie's pink version is as extravagant as it is eye-catching. She also added several Mercedes-Benz G-Wagons to her collection, which she's customized in different colors over the years. The G-Wagon is often popular among celebrities, but not to be seen as copying others, Kylie has managed to put her own twist on the classic SUV by changing its colors to match her moods and styles. Number 12. Simon Cowell. Simon Cowell has made his fortune in the music industry and for talent shows like The X Factor and America's Got Talent, but once the cameras have stopped rolling, his true passion is cars. He's got a huge collection that's a mix of old-school luxury and modern performance, making it one of the most impressive celebrity garages of all. He owns several Rolls-Royce models, including the Phantom and the Rolls-Royce Drophead Coupe. The Rolls-Royce Phantom is often regarded as the pinnacle of automotive luxury, and the Drophead adds an element of casual elegance, allowing Cowell to both enjoy the style and comfort with the top down in the Californian sun. Other standouts in his collection include a Bugatti Veyron, which is one of the fastest and most powerful cars in the world, with its quad-turbocharged W16 engine and its status as a limited production hypercar. But he also focuses on vintage models too, like the classic Jaguar XK120, which is a beautiful and iconic British sports car from the 1950s. Another unique vehicle that he owns is a Morgan Aero SS. Now, the Morgan is a bespoke British sports car, hand-built with a blend of traditional craftsmanship and modern technology. The Aero SS combines retro styling with a powerful engine. But perhaps surprisingly, he doesn't have anything that's too over the top. Unlike some celebrities, Cowell's collection is clearly one that's about a love of quality and performance. He appreciates vehicles that combine luxury with a powerful presence, whether it's the grace of a Rolls-Royce, the speed of a Bugatti, or the classic charm of a vintage Jaguar. Number 11. LeBron James. LeBron James, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, has also, in recent years, made a name for himself as a car enthusiast. His collection is now almost as impressive as his performance on the court, and he's got a garage that's filled with cars that represent his personal style, bold, powerful, and uniquely tailored to his taste. First is his Lamborghini Aventador Roadster, and this particular model is not only a powerful supercar with a V12 engine, but it's also been customized to match a Nike LeBron X King's Pride sneaker. The car features a floral wrap that matches the color scheme of the shoe, creating a one-of-a-kind look that showcases LeBron's ties to both the sports and fashion worlds. He also owns a Ferrari 458 Spider, another high-performance car, and is thought to own several other Ferraris, including a Ferrari F430, showing a true love of the iconic Italian brand. Elsewhere in his collection is a Rolls-Royce Phantom and a Bentley Continental GT, both known for combining high performance with classic luxury. He too owns a Lamborghini Urus, one of the fastest and most luxurious SUVs on the market, and a Mercedes-Maybach S650, known for its stunning interior, advanced technology, and powerful engine. Now, in terms of American cars, LeBron has a Hummer H2, which he bought during his early NBA days, and a Chevy Impala from 1975, which was custom-built and restored. Far from being a way to just show off his wealth or as an investment, LeBron's garage shows a true love for automotive design, ranging from top-of-the-line hypercars to vintage classics. Number 10. John Cena. Having made his name as one of the hardest workers in wrestling history and now appearing in movies every other week, John Cena is known not just for his powerful presence in the ring and on the big screens, but also for his passion for cars, particularly American muscle cars. Among the most iconic ones in his collection is the 1970 Plymouth Superbird, which is a legendary car known for its aerodynamic nose and its enormous rear wing. The Superbird was designed for NASCAR racing and is one of the most recognizable muscle cars of the era. Cena's Superbird is a standout in his collection, representing a time when American automakers pushed the limits of design and performance. The car's equipped with a 426 Hemi, and it's a rare find with an iconic fastback design. His love for his powerful engines is further seen in his ownership of the 1970 Mercury Cougar Eliminator, which is a high-performance version of the Mercury Cougar, featuring bold styling and powerful V8. Cena also has several vehicles from General Motors' high-performance line, the 1969 Copo Chevrolet Camaro, known for its rarity, and which was a special factory-built model equipped with high-performance parts. This leads into his interest in modern American performance vehicles, including a 2006 Ford GT, a car that was developed to celebrate Ford's centennial and pay tribute to the iconic Ford GT40 race car. There are some lesser-known but equally impressive vehicles in his collection, such as the 1989 Jeep Wrangler, modified by Popeye fans, look like a cartoon military vehicle. He also owns a 2007 Ferrari F430 Spider, which is an outlier in his American-centric garage. Of everything, one of Cena's personal favorites is his custom 1971 AMC Hornet SC360, which is an extremely rare edition. AMC, often overshadowed by Ford, Chevrolet, and Dodge, created some interesting vehicles during the muscle car era. And the SC360 was their attempt to compete in the performance market. With an interest too in custom builds like the Incinerator, which was built specifically for him to reflect his persona as a WWE superstar, who knows where Cena might go next for further additions. Number 9. Rihanna. Rihanna is a global music icon, entrepreneur, and fashion mogul, and is well known for her sense of style and her love of luxury, so it's no surprise that her taste in cars is next level. Hers is a mix of high-end luxury vehicles, exotic sports cars, and lavish SUVs that reflect her glamorous lifestyle. One of the crown jewels in her garage is the Lamborghini Aventador, featuring a 6.5-liter V12 engine that produces over 700 horsepower. She also has a Porsche 911 Turbo S, which is a high-performance car that combines Porsche's engineering with a sleek classic design. Luxury SUVs do make up a large part of her collection, including a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon and a Cadillac Escalade, which they're known for their spacious interiors and advanced technology. For Rihanna, the Escalade serves as a comfortable and secure ride, providing space and luxury she needs while out on the move. She has a Rolls-Royce Cullinan too, which is the British automaker's luxury SUV, and a Maybach 57S, which is all about refinement and comfort. But along with these luxury and high-performance cars, Rihanna also has some incredible classics, most impressively a Ferrari 458 Italia, which is a mid-engine sports car that offers thrilling speed and really great handling. Hers is painted in classic Ferrari red, and it's surely the car that stands out as a symbol of her success and her taste for exhilarating performance vehicles. Number 8. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is not only one of the greatest soccer players in the world, but one of the greatest ever sportsmen of all, and he's known for his extravagant lifestyle. He's built up an incredible collection of cars. Central to his collection are his Bugattis. Ronaldo owns a Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse, which is one of the fastest road cars in the world, capable of reaching speeds over 250 miles an hour. The Veyron, painted a sleek black and silver combination, is a work of art, especially alongside his Bugatti Chiron, which is the successor to the Veyron that pushes the limits even further. Keeping with the Bugatti theme, he has a 110, which is one of only 10 that were ever produced, making it an incredibly exclusive vehicle. The 110 is a modern homage to the classic Bugatti EB110, and it features a massive W16 engine with over 1,600 horsepower. Also in his garage is a Ferrari F12 TDF, which was a limited edition. It's got a naturally aspirated V12 that delivers lightning acceleration, and its aggressive styling makes it a real head-turner. Ronaldo also has a Ferrari 599 GTO and a Ferrari 458 Italia, which is about as fine a fleet of Ferraris as you're ever going to see. His collection, though, wouldn't be complete without another Italian great, a Lamborghini Aventador LP700-4, painted a dazzling white. The Aventador was Lamborghini's flagship supercar, featuring a powerful V12 and an iconic design. Ronaldo does also have some passion for luxury cars like his Rolls-Royce Cullinan, which was Rolls-Royce's first SUV. His Cullinan is painted in classic white, and it's his go-to car for leisurely drives, and he's often seen in it. To finish out the collection, there's also a Rolls-Royce Phantom, McLaren Senna, named after the legendary F1 driver Ayrton Senna, a Maserati Grand Cabrio, a Bentley Continental GT, and multiple Audi models, including the Audi RS7, which he received as part of his endorsement with Audi during his time at Real Madrid. Moving on to number 7, Matt LeBlanc. He is most famous for playing Joey on Friends, but Matt LeBlanc also went on to present Top Gear, one of the most famous motoring shows in the world, and this revealed a completely different side to him. While he may not have one of the largest celebrity car garages, he certainly has one of the most unique, with a range of different styles and eras. He loves American muscle, and to satisfy this, he's got an incredible Chevrolet Chevelle SS with its big block V8 engine and aggressive looks. It represents the spirit of American automotive culture, loud, powerful, and designed for straight-line speed. LeBlanc's appreciation for American heritage doesn't stop with the Chevelle though, as he also has a classic Ford Mustang that with its engine and sharp lines represents a true golden age of car design. One of the other highlights of his collection is his Porsche 911 RSR, which is a race-ready version of the Porsche's iconic 911. The RSR is a rare and highly sought-after car with its roots in motorsport and offers razor-sharp handling and a high-revving engine. He also owns a Porsche 911 GT2 RS, which is a modern supercar that's considered one of the most powerful and fastest road-legal Porsches ever built. During his time as a presenter on Top Gear, he developed a strong interest in British cars as well. This led to him adding an Aston Martin DB5 to his collection, as well as a Jaguar XK120, which is a classic British sports car from the 1950s. With a Ferrari 360 Modena and even a vintage Fiat X19, which is a small mid-engine sports car that was never really known for raw power, but for its nimble handling, there is such range and depth to his collection that it's up there as one of the best. Number 6. Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan, who made his name for his roles on Saturday Night Live and 30 Rock, is another celebrity who's a passionate car enthusiast. His garage is filled with a blend of classic American cars, modern luxury vehicles, and ultra-rare vintage cars. One of the most instantly recognizable that he has is his 2012 Bugatti Veyron. The Veyron is just an iconic supercar, and at the time of its production, it did hold the title of the world's fastest street-legal car. Morgan's Veyron made headlines when he purchased it in 2019 for around $2 million, only to be involved in a minor collision just minutes after driving it off the lot. Another luxury car that Morgan has is his Rolls-Royce Drophead Coupe, with a handcrafted interior and classic yet powerful design. He also owns a Porsche 911 Carrera, showcasing an appreciation for a little bit of German engineering. His collection, though, isn't just about modern luxury, and he's got a strong interest in some classic American cars, with a preference for vintage Cadillacs. One of the standouts in his collection is a 1987 Cadillac Brougham, which, with its imposing size, chrome accents, and huge interior, was a symbol of status and success in the 1980s. He's got a particular affinity for Cadillacs, which led him to own several models, each of them lovingly restored and maintained. Another classic in the garage, though, is a 1963 Buick Riviera, a car that is famous for its boat tail styling, and it's undoubtedly one of the most stylish cars of the era. He does venture into other manufacturers too, with a beautiful 1971 Chevy Caprice, which is another that sums up the grandeur of American muscle cars in the early 1970s. Number 5. Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren, the famous fashion designer and iconic figure in the luxury lifestyle industry, is also a well-known car enthusiast with one of the most impressive car collections in the world. The garage, which looks more like an art gallery, features cars that are regarded as works of art, each telling a story of automotive history and innovation. One of the crown jewels in his collection is the 1938 Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic. This car is one of the rarest and most valuable in the world, with only 4 ever built, and it represents the pinnacle of pre-war automotive craftsmanship. Another one that stands out in his collection is the 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO, which is one of the most iconic and sought-after sports cars in the world. It's not only rare, with only 36 units ever produced, but it's also known for its incredible performance on the track. The car is powered by a V12, dominating racing circuits in the 1960s, and it's now considered one of the most valuable cars in history. Lauren's love is clearly with European cars, and if the Bugatti and Ferrari aren't enough, he also has a 1930s Mercedes-Benz SSK Count Trossi. This particular car, with its elongated fenders and sleek black finish, exudes elegance and power, and it was the peak of the luxurious pre-war Mercedes-Benz engineering. He also owns several cars that do pay tribute to the post-war golden age of automotive design. One of these is the rare 1955 Jaguar XKSS, which is a road-going version of the famous D-Type racer. This car was once driven by Hollywood star Steve McQueen, and it embodies British elegance and racing history. Lauren's XKSS is painted a classic British racing green, and it's simply incredible. But Lauren doesn't just focus on extremely rare classics, he enjoys modern supercars too, like the McLaren F1, which is one of the greatest supercars ever made because of its groundbreaking engineering. In all, this is truly one of the greatest collections of vehicles in the world. His vehicles are displayed on rotating platforms under carefully curated lighting, and this shows how he really looks at them, far from being just machines. They are his works of art. Number 4. Elon Musk. So he's the richest person in the world and the most high-profile entrepreneur, heading Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, and various other organizations, and as he runs the most famous electric car manufacturer on the planet, it makes sense that he's got a true passion for them. You might expect him, though, to focus more on modern or futuristic designs, but Elon Musk has some true rarities in his collection. Probably the most iconic is that he's got a Lotus Esprit Wet Nelly, which was featured in the James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me in 1977. This particular car was designed to transform into a submarine, and even though Musk's version doesn't quite replicate the car's abilities as they were shown on screen, its connection to the legendary secret agent shows his fascination with futurism and technology. He purchased this car at auction in 2013 for nearly $1 million, and has said that the Esprit was a childhood inspiration that fueled his desire to create technologies that could bridge science fiction and reality. And it was so influential to him, he actually has another, a 1976 Lotus Esprit that's similar to the style to Wet Nelly. Also in his collection, a 1920 Ford Model T, which apparently was given to him by a friend, and this is a model that's known for being the first mass-produced car, which made automobiles accessible to the masses. But one of the most personal cars that he has is the 1967 Jaguar E-Type Roadster, as this is the one he often says is his favorite. It was the first car he ever bought after he received a $40,000 bonus from Zip2, which was his first startup venture. The E-Type is considered one of the most beautiful cars ever, with sleek lines, graceful curves, and a powerful engine. But as you'd expect, of course, he also has a huge collection of Tesla vehicles. He's owned several versions of the Tesla Roadster, including the original first-gen model, which was Tesla's first car, and put the company on the map as a serious player in the industry. He famously launched his personal Tesla Roadster into space in 2018 aboard the Falcon Heavy rocket as part of a demonstration by SpaceX, and the image of the red Roadster with Starman sat in the driver's seat, floating through space, became an iconic symbol of his aspirations. Number 3. Lewis Hamilton. Having won a joint record of 7 Formula One World Championships, but in an era where the cars are faster and there's more races than ever before, Lewis Hamilton is undoubtedly one of the greatest race car drivers that there's ever been. So you'd expect him to know a thing or two about cars. One of the most impressive of all is his Mercedes-AMG 1, which is a car that was developed in collaboration with Mercedes-Benz that brings Formula One tech to the road. The AMG 1 is powered by a hybrid V6 turbo engine, similar to the power units found in one of Hamilton's own F1 cars. Now, this car is truly representing the pinnacle of modern engineering. It's got a complex powertrain and aerodynamic design, making it one of the closest experiences to driving a Formula One car on public roads. Another standout hypercar in Hamilton's collection is the Pagani Zonda 760 LH. The LH in the name stands for Lewis Hamilton and shows just how special it is because this version of the Zonda was customized specifically for him. It's powered by a naturally aspirated 7.3-liter V12 engine, providing raw and exhilarating power, and it's known for its aggressive design and intense driving dynamic. He's publicly stated his love for this car, even though it's known for being challenging to drive. He also owns a Ferrari LaFerrari, which is one of their most exclusive models. Elsewhere, he's got a McLaren P1, which was produced in limited numbers and is one of the first hypercars to integrate hybrid technology. The P1 shows his connection to McLaren, which is the team that he started his Formula One career with, and he won his first championship in 2008. His collection keeps on going, with other cars like a Shelby Cobra 427, which is one of the true classics of American automotive design. It's got lots of luxury cars. One of these is the Mercedes-Maybach S600, which is arguably the height of luxury, featuring a plush interior, advanced tech, and a smooth, quiet ride. Also like this is his Mercedes-AMG G63, which is a high-end luxury SUV that combines performance and off-road capability. For Hamilton, the G63 offers practicality without really compromising on luxury or performance. With Formula One moving towards more sustainable practices, though, Hamilton has become more vocal about the environmental impact of the automotive industry and his own carbon footprint. In line with this, he's begun moving towards greener technology for himself and vehicles, including using electric cars like Mercedes EQC, which is their effort to lead the electric vehicle market. Number 2. Jay Leno. So Jay Leno, the legendary comedian and former host of The Tonight Show, has an incredible passion for automobiles that's led him to creating one of the most impressive collections in the world. Housed in a very large warehouse known as Big Dog Garage in Burbank, California, Leno's collection includes over 180 cars and 160 motorcycles. His collection is incredibly diverse, covering everything from early 20th century steam-powered vehicles to the latest supercars. And rather than showing off his wealth, this is all about his genuine love for cars, their technology, and the stories they tell. One of the most famous vehicles in his collection is his 1934 Duesenberg Walker Coupe. The Duesenberg brand was synonymous with luxury and power during the pre-war era, and the Walker Coupe is an incredibly rare model. With its straight-eight engine and beautifully crafted design, the Duesenberg was the height of American automotive luxury, and Leno has often spoken about his love for the brand and the craftsmanship behind cars like this one. Another significant car in his collection is the McLaren F1, which is one of the greatest supercars ever made. It was revolutionary when it debuted in the 1990s, featuring a central driving position, a lightweight carbon fiber body, and a naturally aspirated V12 that delivered incredible power and speed. And even unusually, he's got some vehicles in his collection that come from a time before the combustion engine. With a keen interest on steam-powered vehicles, he's got a 1906 Stanley Steamer, which is a rare and fascinating example of early automotive technology. It's powered by steam rather than gasoline. It's a unique car that represents a time when inventors were still experimenting with how best to power vehicles. But his love for engineering and history also extend to some of the most iconic muscle cars of all time. One example, his 1969 Dodge Charger, a classic American muscle car known for its V8 engine and bold styling. More unusually though, he also owns a 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda, which is a car that's highly prized among collectors. Leno is so passionate about cars that possibly the most exciting ones he has aren't production models, but custom-built ones. Of these, the one that probably stands out the most is the Blastoline Special, also known as the Tank Car. This enormous car is powered by an actual tank engine, a 29-liter M47 Patton tank engine, and it's a one-of-a-kind vehicle. Leno's collection is not only about owning rare and valuable cars, but also about sharing his passion for automobiles with others. Through his show, Jay Leno's Garage, he gives viewers a chance to see his incredible collection firsthand. He loves to drive his cars, not just keep them on display, and his deep knowledge of each vehicle's history and engineering set him apart as more than just a collector. He is a true enthusiast who loves every aspect of the automotive world, from the artistry of classic designs to the cutting-edge tech of modern supercars. Number 1. The Sultan of Brunei. So, the Sultan of Brunei, Hassan al-Bolkiah, is one of the wealthiest people on the planet, and he sure doesn't shy away from showing it. Known for his lavish lifestyle, he's built up a simply extraordinary collection of cars, which is by far the largest on Earth. His garage is believed to contain between 5,000 to 7,000 vehicles, with a value of at least $5 billion. It is the perfect example of what happens when you have a true passion for automobiles and the financial ability to follow through with it. The pride of his collection, though, are his Rolls Royces. According to some estimate, it's possible that he has as many as 500 of them, which would likely make him the largest single private collector of the luxury British marquis. Among these is the custom Rolls-Royce Phantom II convertible, which was used during the wedding of his son. The Rolls-Royce owned by the Sultan are not just ordinary models. Many have been specially commissioned with unique features. The ones that stand out the most is the gold-plated Rolls-Royce, which was used for ceremonial purposes. Among them are the Ferrari F40, a car that's reached legendary status among supercar enthusiasts, as well as several F50s and the Enzo Ferrari, named after the company's founder. It is, though, the specially commissioned one-off models that were made exclusively for him that are truly special, though, like unique versions of the Ferrari FX and the Ferrari 456 GT Venice. The GT Venice is an incredibly rare car with only 7 units ever produced, showing the Sultan's ability to push even the most exclusive manufacturers to create bespoke designs just for him. He has not one, but several McLaren F1s, and beyond the more traditional luxury and supercar brands, his collection includes various unique and experimental models. He's got a number of rare Porsche, Lamborghini, and Bugatti, many of which were specially commissioned. His Lamborghini collection includes some of the most iconic models from the brand's history, such as the Lamborghini Diablo and Countach, as well as the unique custom variants that were never released to the public, and he even has concept cars that never went into production. The Sultan's quest for exclusive additions to his collection also extends to brands like Mercedes-Benz, where he owns multiple versions of the ultra-rare CLK GTR, a car that was produced in limited numbers for homologation purposes. The CLK GTR is essentially a street-legal race car built to dominate endurance racing, and it represents the height of Benz's engineering efforts in the 1990s. With further interest in classic cars, from vintage Ferraris to classic American muscle, his collection spans the decades, and it showcases the evolution of automotive design and engineering. It is simply an astonishing garage, with countless one-of-a-kind models that you simply won't find anywhere else on Earth. Thanks for watching, everybody. I think I'll go for a drive. I'll see you next time. Thank you to our channel members.